1, go!
Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here, and today we are in the archipelago that is the Orange Islands as the Shimudi Keepers are hosting the Cinnabar Flare. These two island-based sides, Ninetales and Flareon starting out for the Flare, Gyarados and Corviknight starting out for the Keepers. Now the Keepers, if they win here today, could move themselves up into second place on the leaderboard as that Mega Kick immediately connects onto Gyarados from Ninetales. Ninetales is able to avoid the Rock Slide from Gyarados, but Flareon isn't, and it's super effective, and now Corviknight with the Assurance does hit Ninetales on the field, and Flareon has flinched from that Rock Slide. Ninetales with the Sing though will put Corviknight to sleep, but as I said, the Keepers could move themselves up to second place after having a terrible start to the season, losing their first 3 games. Whereas the Cinnabar Flare want to get away from the bottom of the leaderboard. And this is a terrible start because Flareon's already eliminated after that hammer arm from Gyarados, which takes out the evolution. And Gyarados with that hidden ability Moxie is going to get a nice attack boost there. Corviknight still asleep on the field. This is not the start that the Cinnabar Flare wanted in this matchup, as Magmortar now comes out for the Fire types. Ninetales immediately though sets up a Sweet Scent. This is going to lower the evasiveness of the flying type Pokemon on the field. But Corviknight with that Mirror Armor ability will send it back at Ninetales instead, and Ninetales will have its evasiveness lowered as Magmortar now going for the Nasty Plot. Surely does not want to send that at anything like that at Corviknight, but it gives a special attack boost to Magmortar, and Corviknight's woken up, goes for that Fire Fang on a Fire type Pokemon, so it's not very effective. Gyarados, so with the conversion too, it's going to give up its Water Flying type in that Water type advantage it had over the Flare, and now is a Dark type Pokemon, and Ninetales goes for the Misty Explosion. It's going to eliminate itself. This is actually super effective on the Dark type Gyarados, but it will not get the elimination. It's not very effective on Magmortar either, or Corviknight. And this isn't the only time you can see a Gyarados being a Dark type, but it will be in this matchup. Corviknight now with the Gravity is going to bring itself down to the field. Gyarados, again, does not have that flying type, but it will go for the Poison Fang onto Magmortar, and Magmortar is left with the status condition. It is badly poisoned. It's going to be taking consistent damage from that. Magmortar is going to need to clear that, but Cinderace comes onto the field immediately, goes for the Drill Run onto Gyarados, and gets the first elimination for the Cinnabar Flare. Gyarados in its Dark type form is eliminated. Now Magmortar with the Crunch onto Corviknight. Good hit there. Corviknight still hanging on. Goes for the Encore, but does fail as Magmortar continues to take damage from that poison. It is going to need to restore its health somehow as Noivern comes onto the field and immediately vanishes, setting up for a Phantom Force. We'll see this connect in the coming turns, but Cinderace with the Cosmic Power is going to slow down things a little bit, and it's going to boost its defense and special defense with that move. Magma Storm. Noivern avoids that attack from Magmortar, and the coaching fails from Corviknight, but that poisoning on Magmortar does eliminate the Fire type Pokemon. That's already 3 Pokemon down for the Cinnabar Flare. This is a terrible start for the Fire types, but it's Arcanine coming out with that Intimidate ability. It will lower it of Noivern, but again, that Mirror Arm ability sends it back from Corviknight to Arcanine, lowering Arcanine's attack, and Noivern with the Phantom Force onto Cinderace doesn't actually do a great deal of damage. Cinderace tanking that quite well, and sets up for a substitute, not a subscribe, but that is what you should do here today. Click that subscribe button if you're enjoying what you see. As Corviknight goes for a conversion now, so it's going to change its type, and it will become the normal type on this field, as Noivern now setting up a Magic Coat, a very impressive looking move. See if it pays off in the future though. As Cinderace comes back onto the field and goes for the Leon's Wrath, capitalizing on that gravity that's still in effect, and it's going to eliminate Corviknight from this matchup. And actually really good play there by Cinderace, as submission now being performed by Arcanine. Not very effective there on Noivern, and Arcanine is damaged by the recoil as the gravity does return to normal, and Charizard comes out for the Shimudi Keepers. Petal Dance there from Noivern, not very effective on Arcanine, and that substitute is still in play for Cinderace, who goes for the Roost, so it's actually going to restore the health that it sacrificed in putting that substitute in place. So Cinderace is back at full strength, and Charizard with the Poison Fang trying to take that substitute off the field, who takes the damage but still there. Arcanine going for the Crunch on the Cantonian starter Pokemon, and Noivern continues that Petal Dance on Arcanine. Arcanine though still, it's not very effective, so it's able to tank that hit, and the Earth Power tried again won't affect Noivern. Charizard with the Growl, it's going to lower the defensive stats of its fellow Fire-type Pokemon that are on the opposing side. Sorry, I just said defensive stats, attack stats, but that Boom Burst from Arcanine, great hit onto Noivern and Charizard as that Petal Dance from Noivern this time hits the substitute for Cinderace, gets a critical hit on the substitute as well, and that substitute has finally faded as Cinderace comes back onto the field. Noivern will be left confused due to its fatigue though, and Cinderace with a Lunar Dance, it's going to sacrifice itself in this matchup. This is a terrible time to do it. There's only been 2 Pokemon eliminated from the Shimuru Keepers, and I highly doubt it will pay off, but Charizard with the Dragon Tail will send Arcanine back to the bench, which brings out Magma, and Arcanine will come back onto the field, and it will benefit from that Lunar Dance. It's going to be restored back to full strength. This is a really risky play, though, by Cinderace having eliminated itself. Arcanine with that Intimidate ability, again, it's going to lower the attack stats of the 2 Flying-type Pokemon on the field. And Noivern now, in its confusion, it is able to shake it off, goes for the Thunder Fang onto the big Fiery Pupper. And Charizard follows it up with a String Shot, which is greatly going to lower the speed of both Fire-type Pokemon that are on the field, Arcanine and Magma. Both there having their speed stat lowered. Arcanine though is going to fly up high into the sky. We'll see that fly connect in the next turn, and Magma going for the Confide. It is going to Confide in Charizard. This is going to lower the Fire Flying type special attack stat as Noivern continues to try and shake off that confusion, and it's successful yet again, but the Boomerang is avoided by Arcanine, who is up in the sky. Magma's about to be attacked by its Leopard Berry due to the Poltergeist coming from Charizard. Magma taking the hit there, and here's Arcanine coming down from the sky with that fly, and Noivern is taken out by Arcanine. That's 3 Pokemon now remaining for the Shimuru Keepers as Magma with the Flatter onto Charizard. Charizard does get a special attack boost, except it is going to be left confused. You do not want to be hit by a special attack from Charizard now. It does already have a base 109 special attack, and it is going to be able to shake off its confusion, goes for the Milk Drink, so it's going to get itself back to full strength. The Cinnabar Flare is still actually in this. Actually, Charizard did not get itself back to full strength, apologies, but it almost did. That Storm Throw though from Braviary, critical hit. Magma is eliminated. Arcanine is all by itself. It has 3 Pokemon to contend with, and it goes for the Spite onto Braviary. This is going to lower its PP by 4, but that will not be enough, surely, as Charizard with the Night Days keeping up the offensive for the Keepers. Good hit there onto Arcanine, and Braviary follows it up with an Acid Spray. They are chipping away now at the last remaining Fire-type Pokemon. Arcanine does have its special defense lowered as well. It goes for the high horsepower, won't affect Charizard. Charizard with the Endeavor won't affect Arcanine, but Braviary with the Payday, earning that money on the field, and Arcanine is such an easy target now. Goes for the Water Spout on both Flying-type Pokemon. And even though it's super effective on Charizard, it did not do anywhere near enough damage, as Charizard with the Dragon Dance is going to give another boost to its attack and speed. And Braviary with the Super Fang is going to cut the remaining of Arcanine's health in half, as Arcanine with the Defense Curl. This may be too little too late. It is going to give itself a defense boost, but it is such an easy target now. Charizard with the Trick Room will allow Arcanine to actually move before Braviary now. It'll give it a chance to go for a move. It goes for the Drop Kick onto Charizard. Not very effective. Little damage there being done, and Charizard does have its attack stat low, but Braviary with the Poison Fang. We've seen this move so many times there, and Arcanine is eliminated. The Shimuru Keepers have dominated this matchup. They still had 1 Pokemon remaining on the bench, and we don't even know who it was, but with that victory, the Shimuru Keepers are going to move themselves up into 2nd place in the Elite Four, whereas the Cinnabar Flare are now sitting in that Twisted Spoon position at the bottom of the ladder. But their next matchup will actually be against the Sandalwood Swarm, who are only 1 above them. Lumiose Lightning will challenge the Shimuru Keepers next round, but our next matchup will be the Pewter Stones taking on the Hearthome Haunts. Both these sides, Hearthome Haunts trying to move up into 2nd position, Pewter Stones trying to move up into the Elite Four. I cannot wait for that, but until then, Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field, and if you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.